Welcome back, all you Cummins and Fummins enthusiasts, and yes, even you haters. Today, we're going to take and finish putting quite a bit of this engine together. We're going to take and paint the head cover. Alright, so what I've got to do is take the plastic cover off. Set it over here out of the way. Now right now I've only got 2 bolts holding this down. So right now we're going to take and paint this cover. Now this cover was already painted before, but the company that built this engine, Drivetrain Unlimited, I sent it down to them, all packaged up nicely, all painted beautifully, and well, I got it back. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I got it back, and they just pressure washed the crap out of it, ruined my paint job, so we're gonna go ahead and repaint it. Yeah, there's a few things that I was upset with Drivetrain Unlimited. They had this engine at the beginning of the year, and what was it, like 4.5 months later, I finally go to pick up the engine. Well, my dad went to go pick up the engine for me because he was on his way up to Salt Lake anyways. So my dad called him up to see if they were done with the engine yet. And they said, give us a day and we'll be done with it. And so they did a last minute rush, which that was kind of nice of them. But then again, they had 4 months to prep to get the ARP studs sitting there so that they could put it together. And suddenly at the last moment, they said they couldn't get it quick enough. So they put normal studs in. They claim that it's better than normal studs, but yeah, we know that. So that's my little situation with Drivetrain Unlimited. A lot of the other stuff that they did on the engine so far that I can see, it's not that bad. The head looks built pretty well, pretty decent. We went ahead and had them put the fire ring in it, so the fire ring was done on it. And, well, we'll just keep on pushing forward. I am no real mechanic. I'm kind of just a parts changer. So I'm going to try to make this video for the common man. Or you could say the guy who I guess is just like me. He's just a parts changer too. So we're going to try to make it so that if you watch this video, you should be able to do it all yourself. So let's go ahead and get started. Now I always say that cleanliness is next to godliness. So as you're working on your engine, try to be as clean as possible. Let's try to keep all the dust and everything out of there. So for this, since we got the cover off, we will just take a little bit of cling wrap, take and cover the top of this up. We got a little bit of wind outside of the shop, so we just want to make sure that we don't get any dirt coming back in here. We'll just set that right there. Find something else to hold it down. I guess we'll just use that. Tuck her down everywhere. You know what we could do? And we'll just take and go a little above and beyond. And cover her back up. All right, let's go ahead and get it. All right, now that we got the cover sitting over here, we need to take and pull the bolts out of it and take and pull the little breather box off of it. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna pressure wash this, and then whatever that doesn't get off, we'll probably sandblast it and get her all prepped and cleaned for putting some nice paint on it. We're gonna take and paint it with some engine enamel, rated for 550 degrees. Kind of a, I don't know what color that is. It's a gray, maybe a gun barrel gray of some sort. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's take and apply a little pressure. That didn't take much. Set that over here out of the way. Pull the screws out with the little rubber things. Now I do need to find some of those. I might be able to snag some off the other engine I got, because 2 of these are in bad shape. So let's go ahead and get this outside and start pressure washing it. Now it is a little bit of a windy day, so I am trying out a new little microphone with a little fuzzy furry thing on it. One of these right here. And we'll see if that helps cancel all the noise of the wind. All right, so let's get to it. All right, set her right there. And yes, we'll be using a DeWalt 3400 PSI with a special tip on it. I think it's the tornado tip. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on. Oh, off. There we go. All right, let's get to it. Noisemaker out. Got a clean sandpaper on there. Alright, let's get our goggles. Alright, we got our goggles on. We got our bucket over there of sand. We got our airline. Now all we just need is to take this cover over there. Let's get to it. Now, if I can get this clean enough, I might not even paint it. Might just put a clear coat on it. Let's see what we can do. How's it going?
Yeah, what you got going on?
Sandblasting the cover. Seeing how clean I can get it, if I'm gonna paint it or not.
Oh, let's see this engine.
Looking nice, huh?
Yeah.
a lot of work. 2005 Fummins.
You got a new transmission with it?
No, I just cleaned it up. It'll work with it. They've conversion kit and all that comes with it right over there, that piece over there. But then on the back of this, I'm gonna put this water bypass system on it in this notch right here. And I gotta knock that out, then a bypass, because the last two cylinders get too hot, they say. So just kind of working out the kinks that this engine has. So that one, I gotta take a notch a little bit for that water bypass to go on it. Not too shabby though, huh? Trying to see how clean I can get that cover so maybe I don't have to paint it. I like the aluminum look. You know, right here you got the aluminum look. So, I mean, I cleaned that up. That was already painted, and then the shop that rebuilt it they messed up the paint job on it. So, maybe it was for a reason, because it should have been aluminum from the get-go. I'm surprised we didn't wake up to rain. I heard the power going out this morning. You hear that?
No.
So, I think now that I'm starting to see the aluminum, it just makes me want to just try harder and harder to get that aluminum look. And then put a clear coat over it. So, I'm gonna get to it.
Looks good.
Thank you.
You'll have your interior is nice and everything.
The driver's seat, you can go look at it. Driver's seat's a little messed up, and the passenger, or the console in the middle is a little messed up. But the back seat's all clean. See, the back's all clean.
It'll be like a new truck.
Yeah. Put a paint job on her later on after she's done. Put a lot of love into it. Sooner I get it done, sooner I can sell that one. But yeah, it's got the backup camera, all that in it. Just probably get this seat fixed, and this middle console right there is a little damaged. But yeah, I plan on bringing this thing back to life. You know what they want for the newer ones, I can have a one of a kind.
Yeah.
I mean, not everyone else can make this little project happen. I even got my own doubts about myself, but if I get lost, there's other friends who want to come join in. It's just a matter of getting them out here.
Yeah.
When they got time. Dusty's pretty dang helpful. So I guess if I get too lost every now and then, I can go up and ask him a few questions. And then there's a lot of YouTubers watching videos, so I feel goofy with this off my head right now. And then it's a little special mic right there that helps cancel out the wind. It's a little furry thing. So far, I listened to the first part of it and it doesn't sound bad. But I'm gonna get to it. I got batteries draining on me.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to work.
Wonder how much sand it's gonna take to do this. Take and close the door, getting too much sand in the garage. Not too worried about that area. That area can be sanded. So we let the compressor take a little break. We ended up getting this little black box to try and keep some of the sand in it. And as you can see, what we're using is 4075 sand. I think it's about $5 a bag. A lot cheaper than paint. So now I'm seeing this looking pretty good to where I think I'm just gonna do without the paint and see how clean we can get it. Let's begin. know what, guys? I forgot to have a special little tool. Let's see how it'll do. Okay, now we just need to cover up the top of that. All right, this is one of those little cheap gadgets, $20. Let's see what it does. Let's water sandblast. Beautiful! Look at that! You guys see that? Holy cow, that is awesome. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Well, as you can see, that water sandblaster did quite a job. Quite impressed for a $20 one. I watched a review of someone else doing the same thing using that same sandblaster, water sandblaster, and it just didn't last. But I've seen enough of it to want to buy a better one once this one does die on me. This is looking better than I thought I could get it. So now we're gonna try to sand her down a little finer and see how nice we can get her to look. All right, let's sand her down. Starting to look better and better. 120 grit. Look at that compressor catch up. So I don't know if you could hear over the compressor, but now I switched from 320, started off with 120. Now I'm switching over to 320. Yeah, some may say you should drop it a little slower, but it's all I got, so it'll work. And the beauty about not painting it is paint holds heat in, so having that extra layer of paint off of it will help this not hold heat in. Now I don't really think I'm gonna take and get this to the mirror shine. I just really like the look of the aluminum. Call that good. Now let's take and clean it up. Now we just got to take and make sure we clean it up and get all the sand out of it. Quite a bit of sand coming out of those holes. Get our dirty hands all over it, so I'm gonna go wash my hands. Let my dog out of the garage. Yes, I do have a dog. His name is Mac. Ah, there's what we want. Gloss clear. So, all right, let's paint it. Shake it up. Pretty pleased with it. Magnifique, huh? Magnifique, huh? Gorgeous. Would you just look at it?
You just gotta look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
Yeah.